came to 48,000.
So what I didn't understand what that is, we put that in, but when it pulled up the bill, it said 179.
Because he
Kilowatts
guessed,
for this one.
he guessed what the kilowatts were. He didn't know what the exact kilowatts
Gotcha.
were for a $250 bill.
So the kilowatts he put in pulled up a 179.
Correct.
Okay.
So your power bill would show more kilowatts.
Okay.
When you go to this payment estimator right in the front here, here's what I want to show you. It's very important. This is what separates us from other solar companies. Let's do your house, a 12 kilowatt system. We figured that out already, okay? We know it's a 12 kW to get rid of your $250 power bill. It's at $4 a kilowatt, $4 a watt, and it does the math for you here, okay? $48,000 system. And I showed you, it got rid of 84% of your electric bill.
Correct.
Now, if we do an energy efficient package, which is a hybrid hot water heater, radiant barrier, blown-in insulation, and we have a new regeneration product for your air conditioner. It's a gel that goes into the air conditioning systems to make your air conditioner like brand new again. Our package costs $12,500. Now, just do the math here with me. Let's do that. That will reduce your energy bill first by 40%. Okay? 40%.
Well, if we're reducing their energy bill by 40%, then we're not gonna need it as big as a system.
Bingo. That's
Right.
exactly what we're doing
And
now.
that's what I'm trying to show you here.
Okay.
40% with our energy efficient package. Okay? It costs $12,500. Now, there's $12,500. I just dropped your bill if you didn't do anything else by 30 to 40%. So your $250 bill, what's 40% of that?
100.
Drops it down to $150. Now you need a 7 kW system. Okay? I know I write numbers fast because I do math a lot, but you do the math. 20,
40% of 250 is not one.
It's 100. You subtract 100 from the 250.
it's $100. You subtract 100 from the 250.
Okay, gotcha.
And now you have a $150 electric bill left.
Okay.
You divide that number by 20 is 7.5. Okay? Now you will, instead of a 12 kilowatt system, you only need a 7.5 kilowatt system.
Okay, so time out for a second.
Yeah.
The stuff that you just talked about, the radiant barrier, the regenerative gel in the AC, okay, and the
Hybrid
upgraded
hot
hot
water.
water.
Blown in insulation, solar attic fan.
Okay, so do we get paid on that stuff if we're selling it?
Oh, yeah.
Same 10%.
Okay,
Same commission.
okay. So how do you know how much that costs per house?
Doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you in a few minutes. That's a secret.
No, you just said
You
12.5.
can't record it.
That's a.
How much does it sell for?
No.
He wants to know how
No.
does it
How to
price.
calculate the price.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. One house to another is gonna have a bigger attic, it's gonna need more radiant barrier.
We have a package for $12,500 for all houses under 4,000 square feet.
Okay, what if it's, okay.
That's all you need to know. We have a
This
package.
method, keep it simple, stupid.
And the reason I do that is so you, but you're right, Greg, you're right. Greg has to now figure out if this house here is what, 2,000 square feet, let's say? The roof is like this, radiant barrier gets stapled to the ceiling, okay? So it would be 2,000 times 1.5. So you need, and you need to know this because we need to know this to tell the guy. So you would write down 3,000 square feet radiant barrier. The house is 2,000 square feet, it's one floor, so that's 2,000 square feet of insulation. Okay? One solar attic fan goes on a roof, and that's to get rid of all the hot air that's left in the attic.
Hybrid hot water.
The hybrid hot water heater,
There's 5 in the family.
if the house has 5 or less, they get a 50-gallon, because these things are big, they have a motor on top. We like to put them in the garage. If your hot water heater's in the garage
What
right
about
now,
those heat pumps?
that's what this has the heat pump on top. That's why they're so expensive. So And the other thing is the anti-gel for your air conditioner. It's gonna make your air conditioner last another 5 years, and it's gonna make it 100% efficient, like it was brand new. We put a dye right into the coils, okay? This package costs $12,500. Let me show you, let me finish that. So let's say you sold them an energy efficient package for $12,500. We've just reduced your electric bill by 40%, and your $250 now is down to $150. Now you only need a 7.5 kW system, and this is what makes us different. Let me show you how this works. Let's go back. Remember, the 12 kW, to do it the other way, straight solar, is gonna cost you $48,000, okay? What, Bill?
Before you go there, so, but the payment in Florida, because there's no state tax, is a wash. So you were paying $250 before, you're paying $250 now, you pay nothing today, and you save $35,000, whatever it is, that you showed before. But, right, so if you want to do better than that, you know, because that's what other solar companies are going to say. Like if they're getting multiple bids, they're probably just going to say, yep, you need a $48,000 system, $250 to wash. You save money, but then to stand apart,
Where are you getting the 250 month? I can't
Down at
quite
the
see
bottom.
that.
put that 48 back in, or 12,
That was your 250.
right?
You told me it was 250.
Right.
And you sell for 12.
Where does it say what the payment is?
12, 48, and then it calculates the payment for you. So the first year is interest only, but then if you take the tax credit and you put it back into the loan, it shows you here, your payment will be a wash. If you don't, your payment is higher, but you kept the $14,000 to do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Right? It's just blanket solar. No
You don't have to
additions.
put the money back in. You can keep the money from the government.
Right, okay. So can we stop right there for a second?
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. So based off of that, if I take the money and put it back, send it to the loan company, it's gonna be $249 a month, correct?
Yeah.
For 20 years. This is a 20-year loan?
Yes.
And how much money does that come to total? Where does it show that?
Does it have an aggregated money?
It does in that,
Sales
Here's what
When you
I'm-
go
here's
into-
what
in the
I'm-
overview.
Here's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I was a customer right now, my mind would be saying, okay, in 20 years, if I pay $249 a month times 20 years, is gonna be how much money compared to what I would pay in my power bill?
it's on an
Okay, so-
amortization schedule I showed you before.
That's where I wrote a
Right.
question down about that. I was a little
Because the
confused
one you
about
pulled
that.
up was cash, that's why it didn't show.
So 249 times 12
$3,000
is
a year.
2988 times 20 years, that's $59,760.
Versus the 80.
That's gonna be my total investment with interest over a 20-year time period using the tax incentive money,
Yeah, and not
okay?
paying anything today.
And
No.
not the $89,000.
89 was if you did nothing.
If power keeps going up 4% a year,
4%, yeah, so I think the number like
Okay.
6, what they use for.
okay,
So if you do nothing, and you just do this, you save $30,000 over the next.
gotcha.
If you do nothing at all.
And it's fixed, so
One
most
of the
people.
things that I would
Yeah.
say is, if it goes up, it always goes up. They raise their.
Well, one of the
prices
things I
every
was
year.
thinking when you were talking about that, it's kind of like when you make any type of presentation, before you move on, you have to get people to kind of agree and buy in. And the way I do it is if I would say, hey, typically your power bill goes up about 4% a month, Bill, would you agree with that?
A year.
Yeah, a year. A year. Would you agree with that?
That's exactly how you do it. Exactly right.
I'm gonna get them
Get
to,
them engaged all
before
the
I
time.
move on, I'm gonna get them to agree
I
to
didn't
that
get as
one
engaged as
point.
much as I should have. But you're right, absolutely right, that's the way.
And there are articles, you could put articles in your pitch book that back that up.
You just want to give
Absolutely.
a speech, you want them to be part of it.
You
I
could
was
show,
trying to explain to you before, you have to put
you
your own
could show where
dollars.
Duke went up 10% in one
Now,
year.
is there a way we could go into this once we get set up on this and kind of do some mock ones and play with it?
So yeah,
Sure.
the calculator is. you don't
Here's
need
what I'm
any
trying to
better
show you, though. Now, listen, 48,000 is a lot of money. Maybe the people don't qualify for 48,000.
Now, watch
Maybe
the other half of this presentation.
there's another half here. So maybe they don't all qualify for that. So let me show you a way that, this is what makes us different than other solar companies. if we do the energy efficient package we talked about, you need all these capital improvements to your home. Everything you have is old. So you need all this stuff. It costs $12,500. We reduced your bill by 40%.
What if they say, stop there for a second? What if when you say that, because you're gonna get customers that are gonna say this, they're gonna say, how do we know it's gonna stop our energy
Because we
bill by
guarantee
that
it.
much?
We'll guarantee it. And I know that for a fact because of the electric hot water heater is gonna knock 30% off by itself. Just from that electric hot water heater. The other 10% is everything else. It's gonna be more than 40. We're using a conservative number. That's why I'm trying to tell them between 30 and 40 to protect ourselves.
Okay.
We'll guarantee
That
that.
answer my question? I just wanna have the tools.
But that costs $12,500. And what you need to know, if the house is under 4,000 square feet, that's the number you use. Okay? I don't care if it's 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000. It's $12,500. You're not gonna say that to people. You're just gonna know that in your head. If it's more than that, I've been in some houses, I saw one, the guy needed 2 hot water heaters. Had 2.
Now, didn't you say that hot water heater also air conditions your garage?
It does, for
Yeah,
free,
why
because
not?
it has a heat pump on
It's
top.
really cool.
It has a heat pump on top, so
Say
it'll-
what?
It's like 180 degrees in my garage.
it has a heat pump. It's in your book. It has a pump on top, and it,
The hot water heater thing that we're talking about?
Yeah.
So my water heater's in my laundry room in my house. It's not, I don't have a garage.
okay,
So you have a cool.
we're gonna have a cool laundry room.
You gotta pump that out into the living room.
But yeah, so the house in North Carolina, or was it South Carolina, guy works out of his garage and put it in the garage, does like fixes cars. It was colder in the garage than it was in the house.
And that's
Just
something.
at the thing, guy was.
He's a mechanic, he's happy.
Guy
Oh,
was
yeah.
guy-
Well, let me show you how this energy efficient package works though. Because I'm here as, remember, you're there as an energy specialist to show them how to save money. One way is to go solar, $48,000. Let me show you another way. Let me reduce it first by $12,500 by doing this energy efficient package. Now I reduced your bill down to $150. You need a 7 kilowatt system. So let's do the math here. It's it's just math, guys. You click on this 12, the same little estimator here. Just wants to give me a hard time here.
Click on the number. There you go.
This fucking kid is so smart. Anyway, put on the 7, and it changes all the numbers for you. Now think about this for a minute.
You put a
I
7
can't.
to hit delete, hit the button delete.
The what? Oh. Oh,
See the delete
280.
button?
He's got it.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
So you put in a 7. So now your system costs $28,000 to get rid of the electric bill that's left.
So it just went from 48 to 20.
Well, you have 28, which the people might be a lot easier to qualify for.
Correct.
Okay.
Plus the 12.
Now add the 12.5 onto it, you're up to $40,500. By doing it my way, you just save $7,500, right? 48,000 down to 40,500. Plus, remember that before that 48,000 showed you that you're gonna it's 84% solar power.
Right.
You just wipe that out. You're now going to be 100%. You're not going to have an electric bill. It'll be less than $10.
Plus, what I would piggyback that with would be obviously your house is gonna be significantly cooler.
Well, you made a capital improvement on your house. You now have,
Your AC is gonna be working half as hard.
right.
You know, we have this thing called Cost versus Value magazine. Is there any way to find out what your house is worth once you put the solar on it? Like, what is the
They
average
say
increase?
15%.
How much?
They say it'll raise the price 15%
15%
by
of the
doing
value.
solar. Now, here's the good thing, and these are questions that are going to come up that you can learn.
That's significant.
One of the questions I was asked is, what happens if I want to sell the house in 5 years? Great. Would you rather buy a house that has no electric bill, or would you rather buy a house that has a $300 a month electric bill? The one across the street. Which one you want?
I would love for them to ask that question.
Here's a better one though. You know the loan that you just signed for dividend solar? It gets passed on to the homeowner. You don't have to pay it off.
Okay, so hold on.
How cool is that?
Are we talking about
if they
a
qualify.
property assessed clean energy loan, PACE loan?
No, no.
Okay, so how does a loan that somebody's signing for personally without any
It's unsecured.
unsecured loans pass this? That's like, if you had a car and it had a balance of $7,000 and you sold it to somebody else, they're not taking over your loan. That's
No,
illegal.
but if you go back to the finance company, they will requalify the new homeowner.
If
That's
they
how they
qual-
get,
if
if
they
they qualify,
qualify.
if they qualify. They would get passed on.
Or just raise the
Absolutely.
price of your house because you got a solar system.
You're getting paid, you just got the increase of your house because of the solar system. So being you got the extra money from the sale because your house has a solar system, why wouldn't you want to pay them off? You got paid for it. It's not costing you anything. Somebody paid you the extra money.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Try to transfer it or just
you can try to transfer it or you just pay it off with the close. The title company would do that with the closing.
Right.
But here's my point. If you do this my way, not only did we improve your house with capital improvements here, new insulation, new hot water heater, you need these things anyway. Your air conditioner's 7 years old. I can make it like brand new. And I saved you $7,500 by not having this big, enormous solar system, because exactly what you said before, Greg, how do I know my roof's big enough? Well, that's another issue, because if it's not, it won't fit. But a 7 kilowatt is a lot smaller than a 12 kilowatt.
So
You know,
do I-
you're talking like 20 panels less.
Do I also get the 30% incentive on the
Energy
on both
efficiency?
systems, because you're gonna put them in 2 different times.
Well, that doesn't matter. If we put them in, that's your choice. Here's what I like to tell people. Why don't you let me prove to you first. We're not asking for any money here. Let's do the energy efficiency first. Drop the bill 30 to 40%. You'll get 30% of that. The solar attic fan, you have to throw in the solar attic fan, which is, we throw it in.
Hold on a second. Say that again. You're just doing the energy efficient work first,
You can. I'm saying if the numbers are scaring the people,
right?
okay? You're talking big numbers here.
Sure.
If you want to make them feel at ease, let's do the energy efficiency this year. You'll get 30% of a federal tax credit on the $12,500. Now, when I prove to you that your bill just went from $250 to $150 because of this little thing that we just did here for you, then if you want, I'll come back and we'll do a solar system to get rid of the rest of the bill. We can do it this year, we can do it next year, it's up to you. How much, see, I built some systems around people's taxes. How much do you have in federal taxes? Now's where you gotta get personal.
Right.
Because I don't know what you have. If you pay $5,000 in taxes, you don't wanna do the whole thing right now. You're giving money, you're leaving money on the table. Let's do the other half
Yeah,
next
because
year.
they're only giving you 2 years to pay it off, right?
That's it.
To take
To take advantage
credit.
of the incentive. So let's not leave money on the table like that. Let's do half now, and we'll do the solar system next year. It makes you look like you're not pushy salesman. You're proving to them that this is gonna reduce their electric bill, you're making a capital improvement on their house.
See,
But
that's-
if you really build rapport, I mean, I've done one for a doctor who said, no, give me everything.
Yeah, because you know because.
But he had the taxes to take everything.
But inside your presentation, you also mentioned that this tax credit is gonna drop in a year. So now if I
It's
wait
good for
next
the end
year.
of 19 though.
Yeah, oh, it is good for all 19?
Yep, all
Okay.
19.
Okay, so question.
It's not going away, it's just
Who's
dropping to
installing
22.
the radiant, all different companies for all three of these things?
There's two companies. Dividend does the solar, they have the installers. We have our own company that we deal with here in Florida who does the energy efficient package.
And the money's being loaned through dividends if they wanna borrow
No,
money
two,
for that?
two loans.
It's two different loans, but Dividend supposedly by the end of August is gonna be doing that too.
Who's
Yeah.
loaning the money for that now?
Aqua Finance,
Okay,
we have a broker that we use.
okay.
He goes through Aqua, he goes through. there's-
Mostly Aqua.
What, when,
There's five or
let's
six
say they
different
wanna do that, when they're in the home, are we filling out a porthole credit app or you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For that?
not on a portal, it's a piece
No,
of
you-
paper.
it's in your book.
Yeah, they
Okay.
don't have that in there.
So it's a
right now.
handwritten
they
credit
don't.
app
But I
type
have
of
to
deal?
get more of them.
I can print them up for them.
It's a line of credit that they use. It's cool. It's,
Aqua gives you a 20
Normal
year
credit
line of
app.
credit
Okay.
at 8.9%,
Okay, we bank with Aqua now.
and that's who does that. And they get it
With
put
a
in.
voided check? For the 8.9, do you need a voided
No.
check from them?
No,
Okay,
you need a copy of their driver's license.
yep.
Pretty much the same stuff you have.
Copy of the
been
mortgage
doing.
statement.
I'll get you a whole thing on that.
They
which
need
I
an
have.
electric
Okay,
bill.
so another question I wrote down.
Wait a minute. Also also, we need a picture of the meter.
No, that comes after the sale here.
Oh, that's after the sale. Okay.
After the sale. After the people say, okay, I want to do something here. For solar, you need to take a picture of the meter outside, a picture of the roof, and a picture of the panel box in the garage or laundry room, wherever it is, you know, the breaker box, with both the door closed and the door open. That's all you need, those 4 pictures. That's it. For the energy efficient package, you need a copy of their driver's license, him and her, if there's 2 of them, and we're gonna make, I have a checklist right here that Bill's gonna print out for us, make copies of right now, so I can give to them. But this tells you everything on here, what you need.
Okay,
Okay, this was set up for in South Carolina, so that's why it's a little different. So I was kind of gonna redo it and have Bill send it to you. Bill McCoy, he'll send you a different
one
one.
of the things that I wrote down, actually I wrote down a couple. When we're calling them to confirm an appointment, a lot of people out there, such as myself, don't have a printed out power bill. We have I have a paperless. So are we gonna try to ask them, hey, could you have a power bill printed out before we
Part of
get
your
there?
pre-qualification.
Okay, so that's one question.
Ask them for a power bill. If they don't have, if they have paperless, ask them to print one out before you get there, so you don't have to waste time.
These panels that we're installing, the Hanwha 295s or whatever, it was kinda quick, I
Yep.
jotted that down. Do we have any, like a pamphlet for those that we can, if we can't close
Yeah,
them
we
right then and
can,
there,
we
that
can
we
get
can
to,
use?
yeah, we can get to that.
Use?
We do,
Okay.
but what you gotta tell them is that all the panels are tier 1, certified approved by the energy,
And we can print something like that out to carry with us, right?
sure,